African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals, intelligence, and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. Today's briefing covers all Russian groups, with improved tactical positions, the liberation of Nikolaypolye and Matyashevo, deep strikes across 147 areas, and the interception of 11 guided aerial bombs and 1,504 fixed-wing unmanned aerial vehicles. In the North Group sector, Russian troops improved the tactical situation. Strikes were delivered at manpower and hardware of 2 mechanized brigades, an air-mobile brigade, and a territorial defense brigade near Sadki, Tolstodubovo, and Ulanovo in Sumy region. In Kharkov region, Russian forces struck formations of 2 mechanized brigades, a motorized infantry brigade, an assault regiment, and a territorial defense brigade near Sliznevo, Novoalexandrovka, Ivanovka, Blagodatnoy, Kazachia Lopan, and Vasilievka. Ukrainian losses amounted to up to 200 troops, 1 infantry fighting vehicle, 3 armored fighting vehicles, 14 motor vehicles, and 1 electronic warfare station. The West Group of forces took more advantageous lines and positions. Strikes hit manpower and hardware of 2 mechanized brigades, an assault brigade, a marine brigade, and 2 territorial defense brigades near Studenak, Podliman, Nizhny Solinoye, Andriivka, Chervony Oskol in Kharkov region, and Sidorovo and Svyatogorsk in the Donetsk People's Republic. Ukrainian losses in this sector were more than 210 troops, 2 armored fighting vehicles, 14 motor vehicles, and 1 field artillery gun. As a result of intensive actions, units of the South Group of forces liberated Nikolaypolye in the Donetsk People's Republic. Russian elements engaged formations of 2 mechanized brigades, an air-mobile brigade, 2 mountain assault brigades, and 1 assault regiment near Nikolaevka, Vysokoivanovka, Belenkoy, Slavyansk, Drushkavka, Kramatorsk, Nakhanorovka, and Kurtovka. Ukrainian losses exceeded 250 troops, 2 U.S. made Stryker armored personnel carriers, 1 armored fighting vehicle, 22 motor vehicles, and 7 field artillery guns. By resolute actions, the Center Group of forces liberated Matyashevo in the Donetsk People's Republic. Strikes were delivered at manpower and hardware of 2 mechanized brigades, a Jaeger brigade, an assault brigade, and 2 National Guard brigades near Maryevka in Dnepropetrovsk region and Svyatogorovka, Dobropolye, Novonikolayevka, Veseloye Pole, Rubezhnoye, Novogrigorovka, and Anavka in the Donetsk People's Republic. Ukrainian losses amounted to more than 370 troops, 5 armored fighting vehicles, 8 motor vehicles, and 1 electronic warfare station. The East Group of forces advanced to the depths of the enemy's defense. Strikes hit manpower and hardware of 2 air assault brigades, an assault brigade, 2 assault regiments, and a marine brigade near Velikomikhailovka in Dnepropetrovsk region, and Volnyanka, Nikolskoye, Zelenaya Dobrova, Vasinovka, Shevchenkovskoye, Timashevka, and Yegorovka in Zaporozhye region. Ukrainian losses were more than 320 troops, 1 armored fighting vehicle, and 5 motor vehicles. The Dnepr Group of forces improved the tactical situation. Russian troops hit a mechanized brigade and a mountain assault brigade near Preobrazhenka, Orakov, Yulievka, and Grigorovka in Zaporozhye region. Ukrainian losses reached up to 40 troops, 20 armored fighting vehicles, 1 field artillery gun, and 2 electronic warfare stations. The Deep Strike component was a campaign-shaping effort. Operational tactical aviation, attack drones, missile troops, and artillery of the Russian groups of forces inflicted damage on fuel, power, and transport infrastructure of Ukraine, employed by the armed forces of Ukraine, storage sites of unmanned aerial vehicles and their components, and temporary deployment areas of Ukrainian armed formations and foreign mercenaries across 147 areas. Air defense systems provided a separate defensive layer, shooting down 11 guided aerial bombs and 1,504 fixed-wing unmanned aerial vehicles during the reporting period. Since the beginning of the special military operation, cumulative enemy losses stand at 674 aircraft, 284 helicopters, 214,914 unmanned aerial vehicles, 669 anti-aircraft missile systems, 30,660 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,774 MLRS combat vehicles, 36,211 field artillery guns and mortars, and 69,742 units of support military vehicles. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.